Hi 3GS, it's Miss Solomon and I'm here with The Tale of Despereaux, Chapter 13, Perfidy Unlimited. I'm gonna come this little closer, okay. Together, the three mice traveled down, down, down. Remember, they're going to the dungeon where the rats are. The thread around Despereaux's neck was tight. He felt as if it was choking him. He tugged at it with one paw. "Don't touch the thread," barked the second hood. "Yeah," echoed the first hood. "Don't touch the thread." They moved quickly, and whenever Despereaux slowed, one of the two hoods poked him in the shoulder and told him to keep moving. They went through holes in the walls and down golden stairs. They went past rooms with doors that were closed and doors that were flung wide open. The three mouse traveled across marble floors and under heavy velvet drapes. They moved through warm patches of sunlight and dark pools of shade. This, thought Despereaux, was the world he was leaving behind, the world that he knew and loved. And somewhere in it, the Princess P was laughing and smiling and clapping her hands to music, unaware of Despereaux's fate. That he would not be able to let the princess know what had become of him seemed suddenly unbearable to the mouse. "Would it be possible for me to have a last word with the princess?" Despereaux asked. "A word?" said the second hood. "You want a word with a human?" "A word. I want to tell her what happened to me." "Geez," said the first hood. He stopped and stamped a paw on the floor in frustration. "Cripes, you can't learn, can you?" The voice was terribly familiar to Despereaux. "Furlough," he said. "What?" said the first hood irritably. Despereaux shuddered. His own brother was delivering him to the dungeon. His heart stopped beating and shrunk to a small, cold, disbelieving pebble. What a heart break there for your own brother to bring you to the dungeon. But then, just as quickly, it leapt alive again, beating with hope. "Furlough," Despereaux said as he took one of his brother's paws in his own. "Please let me go. Please, I'm your brother." Furlough rolled his eyes. He took his paw out of Despereaux's. "No," he said. "No way." "Please," said Despereaux. "No," said Furlough. "Rules are rules." Reader, I'm speaking to you again, reader. Reader, do you recall the word perfidy? As our story progresses, perfidy becomes an ever more appropriate word, doesn't it? Perfidy was certainly the word that was in Despereaux's mind as the mice finally approached the narrow, steep stairs that led to the black hole of the dungeon. They stood, the three mice, two with hoods and one without, and contemplated the abyss before them. And then Furlough stood up on his hind legs and placed his right paw over his heart. Okay. "For the good castle of mice," he announced to the darkness, "we deliver this day to the dungeon a mouse in need of punishment. He is, according to the laws we have established, wearing the red thread of death." "The red thread of death?" repeated Despereaux in a small voice. Wearing the red thread of death was a terrible phrase, but the mouse didn't have long to consider its implications because he was suddenly pushed from behind by the hooded mice. I'm going to show you a picture in this book of them holding him with the red thread of death. And underneath the picture it says, "Despereaux shuddered. His own brother was delivering him to the dungeon." Just hold on to that moment for a second. How sad is that? How can his brother betray him like that? My eyes are tearing up. The push was a strong one, and it sent Despereaux flying down the stairs into the dungeon. As he tumbled, whisker over tail, through the darkness, there was only two words in his mind. One was perfidy, and the other word that he clung to was P. Perfidy, P. Perfidy, P. These were the words that pinwheeled through Despereaux's mind as his body descended into the darkness. Readers, I want to remind you of the meaning of perfidy. It means deceit, treachery, when one violates the laws. And reader, tomorrow we will continue with this most delicious book, chapter 14, which is titled Darkness. Goodbye for now.